and give you a little update on the heating system here. This is the thermostat that controls the pump that pumps the water under the floor. This is well, the clock's a little bit off, but it's about 9:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, January the 8th. And that is the temperature on the thermostat. And this is my thermometer that I use. It is one of these remote control jobs. It's got a sensor hanging outside on the north side of the house, and as of right now it is 12 degrees. And see that little 2 right there, that was the low temperature this morning, 2 degrees. So it's 2 degrees, and we got 64 degrees in the house right here on the thermostat, and 64 also on this thermometer. And I'll go downstairs and go over everything on it. Be back shortly. Okay, I'm downstairs now with the heart of the heating system. The thermostat I showed you upstairs is connected to this box right here, which is an old thermostat box off of a oil burner that I converted over to switch this pump right here off and on. That pump takes heated water out of this tank and runs it up through these manifold lines all the way up, and they go up, run around under the floor. I just have a single line in each 16-inch bay up there, and we have the water in the tank is 47.1 degrees Celsius. The reason I got Celsius on that is because that control, I was able to buy it for $5 off of eBay, and one that had Fahrenheit on it was about $45. So, in an effort not to spend any more than I can help, we go with Celsius. Okay, this tank is full of heated water, and this water is heated through these 2 pipes here that run outside and connected to the water stove. These pipes actually have water from the stove circulating through them. That goes through these coils in here. These coils, you know, I made them out of PVC because it's a whole lot cheaper than copper. And this pump over here pumps the water from the stove through these coils and back to the stove. Right there is where it goes through the wall. And in amongst all this mess, this pump here picks the water up on this side of the tank. Like I say, circulation through those pipes and returns comes back through this pipe. This pipe here is connection that I can add water to the tank. And also, these 2 smaller lines are connected to 2 more coils inside the other coils that circulate the hot water through by means of this pump. This pump picks up water out of the tank, circulates it up through under the floor all the way over, makes a complete circuit. So when I turn on a faucet anywhere, it takes less than 2 seconds to have hot water at that faucet. And by circulating the hot water through this tank, the water in the tank is warmer than the hot water heater setting. So I'm heating the water before it goes into the hot water heater, and thereby not using the electricity as much on the hot water heater. Of course, there's a whole lot of plumbing into it here. I had to put a check valve up there to keep it from backing the hot water up into the cold water line. And then with a check valve in it, had to put that tank up there. That's an expansion tank that keeps everything from blowing up. Don't want nothing to blow up. I went for years, and every time the temperature got like it is this morning, I was up under the old mobile home I lived in working on plumbing, either throwing out pipes or fixing pipes that had busted. And when I built this house, I swore I was never going to lay on the ground again and work on plumbing. The plumbing comes in over yonder in that corner. I don't know whether it's light enough for you to see it or not, but comes across up there. That's a cold water line, and I've got to put another water filter in. The one I had in here busted. Like everything else you get anymore, stuff ain't no count. But that's a different story. So now if I have to work on plumbing, I have to get a ladder. We'll go through a little bit more shortly. Okay, I'm out here with my water stove now. It ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but it gets the job done. Right now I'm filling up with water. This valve up here, when the water runs out of it, that means she's full. And then I got that feed in from the water system. Around here, well, we have county water, and I opted to use that when I moved in here about 30 years ago instead of trying to put up with a well. And old stove is something I made about 6-8 years ago. Made it out of a 250-gallon fuel tank type that lays on its side. Usually got a pump in the top of it, and it's biggest problem with it, when I got into it, I found out it was metal wasn't near as heavy as I thought it should be. It was like 16 gauge, and it gave me a fit welding it all up. I come out here about 3 hours ago, put wood in it. At that time it was 54 degrees Celsius. So we'll take a reading on it now with 58 degrees Celsius, which is 137 degrees water temperature. But like I say, I work in Celsius all the time. I got used to it. It's not too bad. They was gonna make us do it at one time all over, but it just never did catch on. But I just put I don't know, 4 or 5 little sticks of wood in it when I was out here earlier, trying to get it to catch up some. And so that's basically about what I'm going to do now. Right now, what I'm burning is green pine. This wood was cut during the fall off of my neighbor over here. It's over that way. He's got about 50 acres of land and has no animals or anything, just basically raises hay and does a little gardening. He also has an outside job that works for the local utility at their power plant. So basically we work together, and he cuts and sells hay, and that's what I used to do too. Partly I was about to give up on it. He's one that makes small square bales, and I got lazy and got out of that, went into round bales. Well, now he's starting to get lazy. Our old age catching up with him, and he's using my round baler. Tell you what, that stick of wood's heavy. The stove, I had it insulated with a, it's Roku, I think they call it, insulation that they started selling at Lowe's, Home Depot. And I used it because it's fireproof. However, what I used to hold it up there wasn't fireproof. I used baler twine, and the heat eventually got to it, and busted it, and this stuff fell off, and then I had a leak in it. And I got another leak, but anyhow, that's a different story. But I'm tickled to death with the way I'm able to heat this house. I'm heating 2,000 square feet with that wood stove right there. The house has no other heat in it besides radiant heat. I started building this house in 1998. We're back inside now. My battery died on the outdoors, so had to get it charged back up. But myself and my son and my wife and daughter basically all pitched in to build this house. I have done, the only thing I didn't do was dig a hole for the foundation. I was trying to do it with a tractor with a little scoop pan on the back. It wasn't going very fast. And my neighbor over here cranked up his front end loader and came over and dug it out. And basically everything else we have done. The only time I had to call in any help was when I put the two eave ends up, the trusses. I made them and then covered them with OSB before I ever put them up. It took about 4 of us to get them up in the air and get them situated. Every bit of this house was built with a hammer and nails. That was back before I even got a hold of a pneumatic nailer. But I started in 1998, and I went to the building inspector's department and got me a building permit. And in 2009, I was getting close to ready to move into it. I had already, kept it warm one winter because of keep the pipes from freezing, and I was doing that strictly off electricity. I told my wife if we was going to have to keep it heated again, we was going to live in it, so we moved out here. And lived one winter running off of electricity to heat it. And January power bill was $365. So that's when I decided I had to do something different. And that's when I built the stove, the water stove out there. And I have had my power bill down to $66. And I could do better than that if I could figure out how to run that clothes dryer on wood. But it kind of works on the power bill a little bit. Like I say, every bit of it was built, and I think about 2011, the building inspector showed up on me, and we was living in it, and he just wasn't happy about that at all. So I had to do a few little odds and ends to get him satisfied, but I got a certificate of occupancy, and house still not finished, but it's finished enough to be able to live in. So I'm going to try to switch computers to upload this video. If I can, everything will work better, and I'll be uploading more videos, more often, because I'm at the end of my DSL route, and it takes me about 12 to 15 hours to upload 15 minutes worth of video. And doing it off of my regular computer keeps it tied up. If I can get this other one updated and get it to working, then this video will probably be uploaded before some of the others I've made. So just, I mentioned that on one of the videos that I had 1 year ago Thursday, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And in April, I had my prostate removed. 3 months after it was removed, they did a PSA test on me, and it was 000, and the way they tested in Greensboro. But my local urologist did one, and I went to see him last week, and my PSA is below 0.001, which means that that's as low as they can go with their testing. So as of right now, I still don't have any prostate cancer. Now, any of you men out there 50 years old or older, be sure to go and get your PSA checked at your doctor, and keep up with it to see, make sure you don't have prostate cancer. A while ago, I was watching a video from my buddy Bob that's doing it cheap, and he was talking about the Idaho Hillbilly was one got him started in this, and Bob's the one kind of got me started, because I stumbled across him after I had my surgery on YouTube and got to watching him. Now, Clary, crazy old man at times, and as nice as he can be at other times, but he's a whole lot like me. We share a whole lot of the same views and so on. But if you're not familiar with him, go look him up, watch his videos. So, anyhow, I reckon I'll sign off for now and go up here and see how this darn computers are doing. Y'all be good.